Welcome back to the Puncher's Chance YouTube channel. I'm delighted to be joined by 9-0 Moses Jolly. How did you rate your performance this evening?
Are we talking about numbers? Oh, right. You asked me to be a mathematician once again. I would rate it... Well, the first time being here on such a big platform, I would rate it a 10 out of 10 because it's victorious.
Talk about the platform. How much have you enjoyed this week?
I have enjoyed it. It's been quite surreal. As I said before, it's nice to meet the new people, the people on a bigger platform, cool people. Very, how do you say, very accommodating, yeah. So it felt quite natural to be here. It feels like I belong here, but we'll see in future.
You said to me on, I believe it was Wednesday, that you said your opponent's going to be tough and durable. By the look on the one eye that you've got, he was tough and he was durable. Were you surprised that you didn't get him out of there earlier?
No, I'm not really surprised in all fairness. I hit him with some heavy shots, but he handled them very well. It seems like boxing doesn't seem to surprise me much when it comes to such things because people are very durable, depending on the spirit of the character, like himself. I mean, he held on well, and I was staying there for some shots, I guess that kept his spirit going. So, yeah.
Do you know, it was very frustrating because our strategy, we had two strategies. We thought, you can either knock him clean out, or I think this guy, we have to suffocate him. So we went in there more leaning towards suffocating him. And several times during the fight, Moses looked like he was suffocating him and he's taking him to the edge and the guy was starting to break down. And every time he was taking a little unauthorised rest. And we needed those seconds that he was resting. You know, you can't suffocate someone 90% of the time. You either suffocate them 100% of the time and you snuff them out, or they just carry on. And this guy, he's very slippery and tricky. He's a brilliant journeyman, and very oily and slippery and hard to nail down. I would have loved it if the referee had been a little bit firmer with him. The referee's got a tough job to do, we know that, but when the guy does it repeatedly, it's very, very frustrating because we wanted a KO, we wanted a stoppage win, and I think he would have got it if he'd have been able to get an extra sort of few seconds when he was catching him so many. He's hurt him throughout the fight, but look, this is boxing, and there's no grudge to the referee at all. There's no grudge to the opponent. The opponent actually is a journeyman. He did it beautifully. As someone that managed a lot of journeymen, I can sort of see the beauty in what he did.
And has a head like a brick.
And a heart the size of a lion.
Yeah.
I mean, he took his licks, and he really is a gifted guy at being a journeyman. You know, he played the game very, very well. And like I say, I was hurting because you box. It is tough. Like coming on a platform, I managed loads of guys. First time on TV, I know that the week leading up to the fight is exhausting. The press commitments, just the whole thing, it changes. But what we're doing it for, we're doing it to get on these shows. We've actually, I mean, I know you have, because we've had conversation. The whole team has really enjoyed being on the event. We were so much hoping for a KO. And I think you did a lot of things right. I think you deserved it. It felt a little bit like, you got tricked out of not getting it, because when the pressure was on, rather than fight, he took a breather.
These things happen.
You obviously didn't get the KO, but you got 6 rounds banked. How much experience is that now going forward? Obviously, the Welsh title fight, you were just talking previous that you're getting a bit sick of it now, aren't you?
I'm still ready for the Welsh title fight, but I'm ready to move past it. As asked previously, will I quit? I don't quit, but I'll move past it. If it's not there, it's not there. But it's just to stay active, just to stay pleasing the people and giving people exciting fights.
Where would you like Moses to go next then?
Well, same as what Mickey alluded to earlier. Like, I think we're past maybe area level now. The fight's not there for him, it's obvious. So with the right matchmaking, because Moses is still only a baby, do you know what I mean? He only had the 3 amateur fights, big baby, right? Very big, but yeah. He only had the 3 amateur fights. So he's coming along really well in the gym. We're sparring top boys. We're travelling all over the country. They're asking us to come up. We go up to sparring once. They don't ask us to come back because he's too tricky. That's the truth, right? So I think maybe another couple of fights like this and then start pushing for major titles, Commonwealth titles, WBO Intercontinental titles. Be nice to get him matched for an 8-rounder, nice to get a stoppage, get the stoppages going again. I thought Moses could have had the stoppage. He came very, very close to it. I think Chris was going to jump in maybe a couple of times in the 4th round. Hats off to that other guy, extremely durable. He's going to wake tomorrow. Whatever he's been paid, he's going to earn every cent of that. I'll tell you what, like Mick said, he's a proper good journeyman, he is, right?
Do you know, I've had Moses from the very start of his career, obviously, and he's improved so much. Okay, he's just like, every time I see him spar, it's like a new fighter. He's gone up a level, and a lot of that credit you have to give to David, because David's with him every day. I'm not his coach. I help with the technical side of it, but David is the guy that's in the gym grinding with him every day, and the end result is how Moses is coming along. He's really, really coming up, and I think if we get the opportunity to develop with the right fights over the next 12 months, which we will get, we'll make sure of it, he will be challenging and winning major titles. We're talking Commonwealth, British, European. He'll go through that, but we need, there's different things technically. We're talking about going out to Las Vegas for sparring, going to New York, getting some higher level regular sparring. And we've had good sparring. I mean, who we sparred with? Fraser Clark, Joe Joyce,
Daniel
Dubois. So he's sparring, and he's never been out of his depth, ever.
Tommy Welsh, all of them.
Tom Welsh, yeah.
Some of the top boys in the country. He's always acquitted himself very well. Big thanks to Mark Tibbs over in Raynham, because he's
the
Origin gym. We've had smashing rounds 36 because originally we were going to be boxing a southpaw, Dan Garber. At the last, changed.
As we were in the car park outside the gym, after we finished sparring the last round with southpaws, because we thought we're boxing a southpaw, we've only sparred southpaws. And I remembered 1 week before, there was someone, Huey Fury, was looking for sparring, and we weren't, we've just done so we finished our last spar. We're in the car park outside the gym, phone rang. Someone from Boxer and said, Mickey, I've got some bad news. Dan Garber, the guy you're supposed to box, he's out. So I'd made a list just in case there's a pull-out, without thinking, maybe we should put a southpaw in there. They also had their list, but their list only had orthodox boxers, and so does ours. And the thing is, I know his ability, I know what he's capable of, and I thought, do you know what, I can't be telling the guys at Boxer he's going to be a world champion, and then they come up with Amine Boucetta and say, oh, well, I don't fancy that one, actually. I said, okay, we'll fight this guy. And don't regret it, because it's the first time really it's the first time you've been 6 rounds. You went at a phenomenal pace for them 6 rounds. And I know next time we come on a show like this, and next time we do the 6 rounds, I know you're going to be better, because I know him very well. And I think some of the power, he was hitting Boucetta with big shots, but I think normally he's quite a sort of tricky, sly, sort of sets traps, and tonight a lot of it was a bit blatant. I think when you go in that big arena, you've got the TV, you've got the lights, you've got all the things that we don't have in the small hall shows, which is where we come from. It does have an impact. And just the week leading up to it, the press commitments, all these things that are we're not really, the first time Moses has had it. I think next time he does it, he'll do it much better.
Well, the next show for Boxers, June 15th, is a quick turnaround. Can you see yourself maybe on that show?
We're available for that.
Yeah, we love it. We'd love to do that.
On my birthday as well.
That's a good birthday treat there.
We'd love to be back, get the Indian clan down again, the tribe, get the Welsh Indian tribe down there.
Talk about that. Fantastic fan base you had out there. I think it was the loudest it's been that I've ever seen. Just a quick word on them.
Oh, natives. The tribe, yeah.
Reese. Good shout.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah,
the guy
shout
called
out.
Ewan Reese.
Co-chief.
Yeah,
man.
He's a co-chief.
He's a chap.
And then obviously next week now you've got Oleksander Uysk, Tyson Fury. You're a heavyweight. How do you see that fight playing out?
I can see it playing out very well. I believe it's going to be a heavy clash of the Titans. I think Usyk would win it. I think, points decision maybe, but Usyk will be too fast.
Who have you got?
I think on their last performance, certainly I'd go with Usyk. Fury's a big man. Is Usyk's skill level so much that he can overcome that size? I'm not sure, because I don't know. Tyson obviously went up a load in weight, then come down. Has that taken something out of him? That's why I would lean to Usyk, but it's not beyond Tyson certainly to win it. I just enjoy watching.
How about you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Fury, after the fight against Ngannou, right, he's definitely got a bit between his teeth again. I think that he's got a point to prove, especially the way AJ smoked Ngannou, right? So he's going to say, look, he's a proud man. I think this is going to be the best you've seen Fury since he's beaten Wilder. Like I said, I believe he's got a bit between his teeth, and I think it's going to be very, very competitive.
You started this interview before we went live with a bit of a beatbox. Could we end it with a bit of a sing-song?
Okay. Welcome to the Punches Chance podcast, and we're going to sign you out with a Punches Chance. Punches Chance podcast.
Top man. Well done tonight, Moses.
Thank you.
Thank you.